Good morning slash afternoon slash evening, everyone. I want to talk to you today about something that has the power to change your life. Education. But not just the kind you get from schools or colleges. I'm talking about a mindset, a way of life. Educating yourself every single day. You see, success doesn't come from luck. It doesn't come from just dreaming big. It comes from learning, growing, and adapting every single day. And that is a choice only you can make. I remember my own journey when I stepped into the world of entertainment. I knew nothing about acting. I had to learn. I had to educate myself on how to perform, how to handle failure, how to build resilience. And when I stepped into the global stage, I had to learn again how to navigate new cultures, how to use my voice for change, how to keep pushing forward even when things got tough. Education is not just about going to school, passing exams, or earning degrees. It's a lifelong process, a mindset, a commitment to growth that never stops. The moment you believe you know everything, you stop evolving. And in today's world, standing still is the same as moving backward. The key to success, to reinvention, to becoming the best version of yourself is to keep learning every single day. Think about it. Every great leader, every successful entrepreneur, every artist, every game changer in history has one thing in common. They never stopped learning. They never assumed they had reached the peak of their knowledge. Instead, they stayed curious, hungry for new information, for new skills, for new perspectives. That's the difference between people who remain stagnant and those who create impact. Every day presents an opportunity to grow. It doesn't have to be a formal classroom lesson. It could be reading a book that challenges your thinking, watching a documentary that opens your mind to a different world, or having a conversation with someone who knows something you don't. It's about observing, absorbing, and being open to new ideas. Life itself is the greatest teacher, and if you pay attention, every situation, every person, every experience holds a lesson. One of the most powerful things about committing to lifelong learning is that it gives you control over your own growth. You are not limited by what you studied in school or where you started in life. The ability to learn means you can adapt, you can reinvent yourself, and you can step into any space with confidence. The more you educate yourself, the less you depend on others to tell you what to do, how to think, or who to be. Knowledge gives you power, and that power allows you to make decisions that align with your purpose and goals. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that learning stops when you achieve a certain level of success. But the truth is, the moment you stop being a student of life, you lose your edge. The world is constantly evolving. Technology, industries, trends, mindsets. If you're not growing, you're falling behind. That's why the most successful people in the world, whether in business, entertainment, science, or leadership, dedicate time every day to learning. They read, they listen, they ask questions. They understand that knowledge is the fuel that keeps them moving forward. So the challenge is simple. Educate yourself every day. Ask yourself, what did I learn today that makes me better than I was yesterday? Make it a habit to seek knowledge, to stay curious, to push beyond your comfort zone. The more you learn, the more you grow. The more you grow, the more you achieve. And the more you achieve, the greater your impact on the world. Never stop learning, because the moment you do, you stop living to your fullest potential. Success isn't about luck, and it's definitely not about waiting for the right moment. It's about growth. It's about constantly evolving, learning, and adapting to whatever life throws your way. The people who make it in life aren't the ones who had everything handed to them. They're the ones who figured out how to take every experience, good or bad, and use it to become better. They understood that growth is the foundation of success. No one is born knowing everything. No one starts as an expert. Every skill, every talent, every bit of wisdom comes from experience and the willingness to learn. The difference between people who succeed and those who don't is their mindset. Some people see challenges as obstacles, while others see them as opportunities to grow. And that's the secret. Success is not about avoiding failures or waiting for perfect conditions. It's about using every moment as a stepping stone towards something greater. Think about it. Every time you learn something new, every time you step outside your comfort zone, you become a better version of yourself. Growth isn't comfortable, and it's not supposed to be. It requires effort, discipline, and a willingness to push through fear. The people who truly succeed are the ones who refuse to stay the same. They are the ones who take risks, who embrace the unknown, and who are willing to start from scratch if necessary. Adapting is just as important as learning. The world is changing every single day. New industries are emerging, new ideas are shaping the future, and the way things were done yesterday might not work tomorrow. If you're not willing to adapt, you'll get left behind. But if you keep growing, if you keep evolving with the times, there is no limit to how far you can go. Look at any successful person and you'll see one thing in common. They never settle. They don't sit back and say, "I've made it." They keep striving, keep learning, and keep pushing forward. Because success is not a destination, it's a journey. And the only way to stay on that journey is to commit to continuous growth. So the question is, are you willing to do what it takes? Are you willing to invest in yourself, to challenge yourself, to embrace discomfort for the sake of becoming the best version of yourself? Because success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who work for it. Those who grow, who adapt, who refuse to give up. Every single day is a new opportunity to be better than you were yesterday. Take it, own it, push yourself beyond what you think is possible, because the only thing standing between you and success is the person you choose to become. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep evolving, because that's what success is made of. When you step into a new space, when you chase a dream that feels bigger than you, when you find yourself in a room full of people who seem to know more, have more, or be more experienced, you have two choices. You can shrink or you can learn. You can back away or you can educate yourself and rise to the occasion. The difference between those who make it and those who don't is simple. The ones who succeed choose to learn, to grow, and to keep pushing forward, no matter how unprepared they feel in the beginning. Nobody starts out as an expert. Nobody walks into success fully equipped with all the knowledge and skills they need. Every journey begins with uncertainty, with inexperience, with moments of doubt. But what separates the successful from the stagnant is the willingness to educate themselves. The courage to say, "I may not know this now, but I will learn, I will figure it out." The truth is, stepping into the unknown is terrifying. Whether it's a new job, a new industry, a new country, or even a new role in life, the fear of not knowing enough can be paralyzing. But here's the thing, fear is just proof that you're growing, that you're moving into a space where you have the chance to become more than you were before. And that's where education becomes your greatest weapon. Learning isn't just about books, degrees, or formal training. It's about observing, listening, and absorbing every single experience. It's about being open to new ideas, new perspectives, and new ways of thinking. Every conversation is a lesson. Every mistake is a lesson. Every challenge is an opportunity to expand your mind and your abilities. The smartest people in the world are not the ones who claim to know everything. They're the ones who constantly seek more knowledge, who stay curious, who keep evolving. There will be moments when you feel like you're not enough, like you're in over your head, like you don't belong. But in those moments, remind yourself that growth is uncomfortable, that every expert was once a beginner, that every leader, every innovator, every icon had a day one where they knew nothing, and the only reason they succeeded was because they made the choice to keep learning. So never let the fear of not knowing stop you. Never let insecurity hold you back. Instead, let it push you forward. Let it drive you to educate yourself, to expand your mind, to become someone who is always evolving. Because the world doesn't belong to those who have all the answers. It belongs to those who are willing to seek them. Every day is a chance to learn. Every experience is a teacher. And the more you educate yourself, the more unstoppable you become. Curiosity is the most powerful tool you have. It is the spark that leads to knowledge, the drive that pushes you to grow, and the mindset that keeps you ahead in life. The moment you stop seeking knowledge, you stop evolving. And in a world that is constantly changing, staying the same is not an option. The people who succeed, the ones who break barriers, who redefine what is possible, all have one thing in common. They never stop learning. They don't just accept what they already know as enough. They challenge themselves. They read books that open their minds to new ideas. They listen to different perspectives. They surround themselves with people who inspire them, who push them, who force them to think beyond their comfort zones. That's what staying curious means. Knowledge isn't just about education in a formal sense. It's about understanding the world around you, about questioning things, about never being satisfied with the first answer. It's about having the courage to say, I don't know this yet, but I want to learn. Every conversation, every interaction, every moment in life is an opportunity to gain wisdom, but only if you are willing to pay attention. Some of the most successful people in the world didn't start with all the answers. They didn't know everything about their industry, their craft, or their future, but they had the hunger to learn. They had the drive to educate themselves, to seek out knowledge wherever they could find it. And that's what made the difference. Because success doesn't come to those who think they already know everything. It comes to those who are willing to stay open, to be students of life, to keep growing no matter how far they've come. It's easy to get comfortable, to believe that what you know is enough. But the moment you stop learning is the moment you start falling behind. The world is changing at an unbelievable speed. Technology, industries, ideas, even the way we connect with people. If you're not constantly learning, constantly evolving, you risk becoming irrelevant. That's why curiosity is not just important, it's essential. So challenge yourself, read something new, listen to people who think differently than you, have conversations that make you uncomfortable, that make you question your beliefs. Seek out knowledge in every form, because the more you learn, the more you grow, and the more you grow, the more doors will open for you. Never let fear stop you from learning. Never let ego convince you that you know it all. The smartest, most successful people in the world are not the ones who think they have all the answers. They are the ones who never stop searching for them. Stay curious, stay hungry for knowledge. Because the moment you stop learning, you stop growing. And the moment you stop growing, you stop moving forward. The world is evolving every single day. New ideas, new industries, new technologies, everything is shifting, and the people who succeed are the ones who know how to evolve with it. Those who refuse to adapt, who hold on to the way things used to be, who resist learning something new, eventually get left behind. But those who are willing to change, who embrace growth, who educate themselves continuously, those are the ones who rise. Adapting is not about changing who you are, it's about upgrading yourself. It's about being open to learning new skills, new perspectives, and new ways of thinking. It's about understanding that what worked yesterday might not work tomorrow, and instead of fearing that, using it as an opportunity to grow. The most successful people in the world are the ones who refuse to remain stagnant. They reinvent themselves, they stay ahead of the curve, and they refuse to be trapped in old ways of thinking. Think about the industries that have changed dramatically in the last decade. Technology, business, entertainment. Nothing is the same as it was 10 years ago. The leaders, the innovators, the people who continue to make an impact are the ones who learned, who adapted, and who embraced the shifts instead of fighting them. They didn't sit back and say, I already know enough. They asked, what do I need to learn to keep growing? And that mindset is what separates those who stay relevant from those who fade away. It's not just about career success. It's about life. Relationships change, opportunities change, the world around us moves forward whether we're ready or not. And if we're not willing to learn, to adjust, to evolve, we risk being left behind, not just professionally but personally. The ability to adapt is what keeps us strong, what keeps us moving forward, what allows us to create the kind of life we truly want. Adapting doesn't mean abandoning who you are, it means expanding who you are. It means taking everything you've learned, everything you've experienced, and using it to grow into something even greater. It means saying, I am not afraid to change, I am not afraid to learn, I am not afraid to step outside of my comfort zone and become better. Because the truth is, if you are not growing, you are shrinking. If you are not moving forward, you are falling behind. So, Don't resist change. Don't hold on to old ways of thinking just because they feel familiar. Instead, challenge yourself to evolve, to learn, to become the kind of person who thrives in any environment, in any situation, in any industry. The world belongs to those who are willing to grow with it. So make the decision today. Choose to adapt, choose to learn, and choose to become unstoppable. Because the more you embrace change, the more opportunities will open for you. And the more you grow, the more you will realize that success isn't about staying the same, it's about becoming more. Every single day is an opportunity to become better than you were yesterday. Growth isn't something that happens overnight. It happens in the small choices you make every day. The choice to learn something new, to push beyond your comfort zone, to invest in yourself. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't talent, luck, or background. It's the willingness to keep learning, to keep improving, and to never settle for being the same person today that you were yesterday. It's easy to go through life on autopilot, doing the same things, thinking the same thoughts, staying in the same patterns. But that's not growth. Growth happens when you challenge yourself. When you ask yourself, what have I learned today? How am I better today than I was yesterday? The moment you stop learning, you stop progressing. And the moment you stop progressing, you start falling behind. Some of the most successful people in the world don't just wake up one day at the top. They work for it. They educate themselves every single day. They read, they listen, they observe. They understand that success isn't a one-time achievement. It's a continuous journey. And the only way to stay on that journey is to commit to learning. It's about being intentional, choosing to improve, choosing to grow, choosing to be better than you were before. The truth is, you don't need to make massive changes all at once. You just need to take small steps every day. Read a few pages of a book, watch a documentary, have a meaningful conversation, learn a new skill, challenge your own thinking. The key is consistency. Just like going to the gym strengthens your body, educating yourself every day strengthens your mind, your confidence, and your ability to handle anything that comes your way. The people who achieve greatness are not the ones who think they already know everything. They're the ones who stay curious, who ask questions, who seek out knowledge in every experience. They understand that learning doesn't stop when school ends. It's a lifelong process. Every day is a new opportunity to expand your mind, to gain new insights, to refine your skills. And the more you learn, the more doors will open for you. So ask yourself, are you learning every day? Are you pushing yourself to grow, or are you settling for what you already know? The most powerful thing you can do for yourself is to commit to learning, to challenge yourself, to embrace growth as a daily habit. Because success isn't about where you start, it's about how much you're willing to grow. Never stop educating yourself. Never stop seeking knowledge. The world belongs to those who are willing to learn, adapt, and evolve. The moment you commit to daily learning is the moment you take control of your future. So make it a habit, make it a priority, and watch how your life transforms.